Hey, it's George. This is gonna be like late 80s, early 90s garage rock revival kind of stuff. This is like my 7th time making this video. I keep forgetting what I'm gonna say, or sneezing, or someone's car alarm went off, or one time my phone ran out of storage and I had to delete some stuff. So hopefully this goes all right. I really don't want to have to do this again. So what you get is what you get. I've seen some people show this kind of garage rock stuff before. I mean, obviously people who show like Cramps and Gun Club, and Pilmer has shown the Mummies, and the other guy who's shown the Mummies is Sean, who changes his channel name like every week. So this is going to be more that kind of stuff. And most of the stuff is going to be Pacific Northwest. There's 2 bands from California, I think. But yeah. The first one is The Devil's in My Pants by the Wicked Ones. This is a band from Oregon. This is from 1989. And this was a blind buy, actually. I bought it because, you know, the cover was so cool. And the B-sides aren't very good. There's 2 songs on the B-side which are covers. But the A-side is a song called The Devil's in My Pants. And it's got this real surfy guitar, and the guy's vocals are really snotty. I'll try to do a needle drop if I can remember. But it's really good. It's on Get Hip Records. I think I've heard that before. And weird thing too about this is, I don't know if you'll be able to see that. It says a promotional copy, but on Discogs there's no other version other than the promotional copy. It doesn't really make sense, but it's a really cool single, and I don't really know much else about the band. I think they had 2 or 3 other 7 inches, and that was it. So yeah, the Wicked Ones on Get Hip Records. This next one is from California, and this is the Phantom Surfers, 18 Deadly Ones. I'm going to show a little bit of surf in here. I don't know if I already said that. I filmed this like 7 times, so I completely lose track of what I've already said in this video already. Oh crap, low battery. Okay, we're just gonna roll with it. Gotta make this quick. Good lord. This is kind of like campy ventures, I guess you'd say. Like horror beach, Monster from the Surf, Surfing with Ivy, Legend of the Phantom Surfer, 14 Miles to Gotham, theme from Dead West. This is really good. It's kind of funny. It says, parental advisory. This instrumental album contains explicit lyrics on here. And, I mean, Captain Obvious, it's a surf album, so there's no vocals, which is haha, the joke. But there is a song with vocals. Just, I don't know if that's part of the joke, but it's Wave Hog. And it's kind of a, well, obviously garagey song. And anyway, this whole album is really good. I've seen their other album has been sitting at the local record store for like a year, and it's just too expensive for me to pick up. I think it's like $30. But maybe I'll bite the bullet someday, because this is really good. And it's on, like I said, Norton Records, who have done some really great reissues. Like they reissued the Sonic stuff on vinyl in the 90s with bonus tracks, and they did like they reissued the Pretty Things, and so yeah, they're a really cool label. And I think they reissued some Link Wray stuff. Anyway, this next one, I guess you could argue it's not garage. This song is. They kind of get grouped in like indie pop and tweed, I guess you'd say. But they do have songs on albums that are very garagey, and that's Beat Happening. This song is called Crashing Through. This is, I think, a different mix than the album version. It's off their first album from '86, and that album is really good. It's produced by Greg Sage from the Wipers, but this is an alternate mix than the album version, excuse me. And the B-side is a song called the This Many Boyfriends Club, which really sucks. It's like a live somewhere, and it's just basically like people talking, but it's really noisy. It's like you're at a party. I don't really like it. It's not a song, really. Anyway, the A-side's really good, Crashing Through, and it's, I think, it like less than a minute and a half long, and it's on K Records, and the guy who founded K Records is the singer for Beat Happening, Calvin Johnson, and a lot of K Records, like late 80s, early 90s output is I really like. So anyway, they're from, Beat Happenings from Olympia, Washington. This next band is from Oregon, and this is Dead Moon. The singer for Dead Moon, Fred Cole, and this is his wife, Tootie. Fred Cole is in a billion different bands. Lollipop Shop, King Bees, The Rats. They did a Rats side project, which was like a Western thing. Pierced Arrows. There's a bunch I'm missing. If you go on Fred Cole's page on Discogs, you know, and it says all the bands he's been in, it's so many. And I think Tootie has been in every band with him since the Rats. He's passed away, and the drummer for Dead Moon has passed away. Tootie's still alive, but this is a really great album. This is a reissue, 2019 reissue, but I'm Wise is awesome. 5440 or Fight, Demona, Evil Eye, Dead Moon Night. Some really great songs on this. Only thing I will say is sometimes, can't speak. Sometimes Fred Cole's voice is a little grating on me. Like I kind of have to be in the mood, but when I am, it is really, really great record. The next one is, once again, kind of more surfy, I guess you'd say, and that's Haunted House Party. It's a split between Satan's Pilgrims and the De Lagunas. The De Lagunas, I don't know where they're from. I think it's basically a bunch of the guys from the U-Men who were also in like Gas Huffer and Tom Price Desert Classic. But the A-side is by Satan's Pilgrims, which are from Oregon. And this is on Empty Records. And Empty Records actually issued, I think, all of Dead Moon's catalog on CD in the 2000s. Anyway, they're a really cool label. And on this, Satan's Pilgrims do a cover of the Whalers' House Party, and the De Lagunas do a cover of Haunted Castle by the Kingsmen, which are both instrumental, and they're really, really good. This version of Whalers' House Party, I think it originally came out on the Whalers' Live at the Castle album, but I like this version more than the Whalers version. So this is really great. Satan's Pilgrim stuff goes for a little bit. This is the label, by the way. It goes for a little bit, but this is one of the cheaper things I've seen. It's got an angel and a devil, which is kind of cool. But I think as far as their output, this goes for a little less than some of the other stuff. So if you see this, you should definitely pick it up. I think I got it for like $4. This next one is on Estrus, and that's this is the Mummies. This is the Mummies doing a Whalers cover now. And they do Out of Our Tree and Tall Coolin'. I think I showed this in my last Vinyl Finds, but this is really amazing. The Mummies are from California. Well, I think some of the members might have been from Washington, but I think they started as a band in California. And this is, like I said, on Estrus. This is on an Estrus subsidiary called Estrus Crust, which I think was their kind of attempt to do like a Sub Pop singles club sort of thing. But this is really good. This is how I heard Out of Our Tree. I think I heard it a couple years ago on YouTube. And then, like I said, they do Tall Cool. And Estrus was out of Bellingham, Washington. And I think the way that they kind of ended was there was a big fire and something about how they didn't have like the right permits or the right insurance. And so they end up, obviously it was a fire. They ended up losing a lot of inventory and money, and they just kind of folded, which is kind of lame because they put out some really cool stuff. And I almost forgot this. This was in the Mummy 7-inch. This is Estrus mail order form, and then the backside is Join the Estrus Crust Club, which is really cool. So yeah. This next band I could probably do a whole video on. Maybe I will. But this album I just got recently. I've had it on CD for a couple years, and I finally found it on vinyl, and it's what kind of spurred me to do this video. This will be in the next Vinyl Finds, and that's Girl Trouble. This is their second album from 1990, Thrill Sphere, on Pop Llama Records. And this is the first side is amazing. They do a cover of, and I'm probably gonna butcher the pronunciation. I just butchered the pronunciation of the word pronunciation. Anyway, Mary LaVou, they do a cover of that song. And then the rest on side A, I think, are originals. Bring on the Dancing Girls is great. Nico Loves Rock and Roll is amazing. It's about Nico Case. Butt Baby is great. Gotta Get a Little Bit. And then B-side is good too. Groove Detector, When Opposites Attract, which was a single. Warpath is good. 13 Women, which I think was originally by the Renegades. Or no, Bill Haley and the Comets, and then the Renegades did it, I want to say. But this is a really great album. And like I said, 1990 from Washington. And I have a ton of Girl Trouble stuff. I'll show you a couple more singles by them. This is their first single from 1987. And this is Riverbed, backed with She No Rattle My Cage. And this is on K Records, Calvin Johnson from Beat Happenings label. And folds out, and you get some like cool information, and then you get like pictures of them. And this is really great. Both these songs were on their first album, and they're just awesome. And then the one more I'll show by them is Work That Crowd. This is was a local celebrity named Granny Gogo, and they do Work That Crowd on the A side, which is an original where they sample her voice, and then the B side is them doing a cover of the Viceroy's Granny's Pad. And this is I've shown a lot of the same labels on Empty Records, and it's really, really good. Work That Crowd, I think, was on a hidden track on New American Shame, the CD, but I think you can only get their version of Granny's Pad on that single. So many of these bands had, like a ton of non-album singles and stuff like that. And, I was going to show this. There's a really good, I think it's kind of hard to find. I don't know if it's like super readily available, but if you can hunt it down, it's the Girl Trouble documentary, Strictly Sacred. And this is actually on Blu-ray, and it comes with the documentary on CD, and then bonus footage, bonus tracks. It's not a CD. Good God. But yeah, it has a history of Granny Gogo in it, and it's got this really nice, thick book with a ton of information and pictures. So if you can, like I said, it's kind of hard to find, but if you can find this, you should watch it. I wish they'd put it on some streaming platform or something. Anyway, the last thing I'll show is, and this is really cool, this is the Estrus Cocktail box set. And when is this from? 1994. And this has, I want to say, 4 singles. It opens up, and you get a little thing advertising the Estrus Crust subsidiary thing, and then you get an Estrus coaster. It's just like a little, one of those cheap foam coasters. Good Lord. And then this is really cool. You get an Estrus swizzle stick, which is great. But it comes with, like I said, I want to say 4 singles. They're kind of a tight fit in here. Let me see if I can get them out because they all have custom labels. And I think each single has like, oh, it's 3 singles. But you get the 8 Men, which are kind of are a great surf band. Calcingers, I don't remember what that is. De Lagunas, which is great. A Girl Trouble song, which is exclusive to this. You get the Makers, which are great. Man or Astro Man, Satan's Pilgrims, Teen Generate, which is good. And they have these cool, each single has these kind of cool, I guess you'd say, mid-century looking people on them, illustrations on them. So yeah, I better stop before my phone goes dead. That's all I had to show. I'll try to remember to do some needle drops, hopefully. But I hope this wasn't too much of a mess and that it was somewhat interesting. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.
You see a little girl walking hand in hand, hanging out with her friends and running around, yeah. You think you'd like to be a friend, but hey, little fella, all depends, yeah. She's staying out late with the crowd, or going to party with the rest right now, yeah. Cause now you know you just found out that this little girl likes talking shit, yeah. Well, you may think she'll satisfy your soul. You may think you're gonna reach your goal. You better listen to what you've been told. No, my brother, Nico loves rock and roll.
I understand this shit.
There's a